Good day, everyone. This presentation is something that I provided in order for you to be so na, para maka-prepare mo for the activities that I will be providing alongside this video. Since I have given this quite late, then I will be needing the activity I will be putting the deadline at around Wednesday or Thursday next week, depende sa inyong class schedule. If you're in MWF, then it will be Wednesday next week prior to Araw ng Kagitingan. And then if it's TTH, then it will be on Thursday. Okay? And then I have already attached the sample format in order for you to do it, because let's make the most of time. Gamay na lang kayo ang number of classes and you have a lot of activities. So this is what I could think of in order for us to make the most of the time that we have. Okay, so let's begin. First is we're going to discuss now how to create a TOS. Mao dyan na ang goal jud. Pero the thing here is that in order for you to create a TOS, you need to be able to unpack the most essential learning competencies. I have attached as well in your Google Classroom na dito ay list of competencies, most essential learning competencies. And I'd like to thank Anthony Ibanez for the providing of the format for the TOS, as well as the complete copy of the MELCs from kindergarten until grade 12, if I'm not mistaken. So thank you so much for that. I no longer needed to research because you have given me that much. So thank you, Anthony. Sige. So I'll teach you how to unpack the most essential learning competencies in preparation for creating the table of specifications, because this is important. This is to ensure validity, and this is to ensure that everything that you have discussed is covered by your test. So let's begin with unpacking the most essential learning competencies. So the question now will be, what is the unpacking of standards? So, ano yung unpacking? So unpacking is a technique that teachers can use to make sense of standards and then create focused learning targets to make them actionable. So we have to unpack something as teachers na atay set of standards that have to be achieved by the learners. We have to make them into small bits that are achievable by the students and us as teachers. Remember, in a classroom setting, it is not just the students who are achieving something, but what the students will achieve and will have achieved is also our achievement as teachers. So, kung di na nila masabtan ang imong topic, then it is not just their problem for achieving, but it is also a problem with us as teachers. Ano siya? So let's move forward. What is the unpacking of standards? In addition to that, this process is also known as deconstructing or unwrapping standards. And this fosters a collaborative dialogue that supports growth and effectiveness. Unwrapping standards. There is a set of standards that is preset by the Department of Education for a certain grade level, pero we have to simplify it. We have to unwrap it in order for us to collaborate with our students in order for us to achieve it. Okay, so it's not just the teachers and it's not just the students alone. Both, it will be the teacher and the students who will both be achieving the set of standards. Okay, so here are the steps. Wala pa di ay. Why do we need to unpack? Anong kinahanglan siya? First is, we have to unpack to serve as our guide in lesson planning. Ang kanang atong gipang unpack gikan sa MELCs, sa mga learning competencies, will serve as our guide in lesson planning that will be reflected especially in the objectives. And remember, the objectives will always serve as the reference for the desired outcome we want to have. It's the guiding light. It's the end. It's the end that we want to achieve. So that is very important. And the second reason is to make the learning targets easier to achieve for students. We do not aim here for complication. We aim here not just for the ease of doing, but the ease in achieving. Not all topics are easy. Dili siya dali. Pero through us as teachers and how we give, I mean, what activities we give, we will be able to achieve these. When I said we, it will be us and the students. Okay, moving forward. Here are some steps in unpacking learning competencies. First one is get your learning competency from the MELCs. Let's say this one. I used English sa English nga MELCs. I forgot what grade this was. Example, analyze literature as a means of valuing people. So how do we know the learning competency from the MELCs in here? I mean from what do we do with this learning competency? Kinaghan man gud na siya learning competency. There are those from quarter 1, like quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. Okay, so you have to choose one. And what you should know is that ang kaning learning competency, kaning analyzing literature as a means of valuing people, this is not just one meeting. You have to put it into small parts. Balimurag inyo siyang i-simplify into smaller bits. Make it not just one objective, around 2, 3, or even 4. So let us move forward. How do we do this? Second step is identify the target skills and the prerequisite skills. Unsa ang target skills? So we look for the verb here in the sentence, in the competency. So what now is the verb? Okay, we have analyze. Analyze, and second one is valuing. Okay, analyze, this is cognitive. Valuing, this is affective. Okay, duha ka ang target ha. The analysis and the evaluation. An analysis of literature as a means, as a way in order for us to provide value. I mean, find the value of other people. Okay, sige. So here are the verbs. Analyze and valuing. Dagan kayo og paandar ang ako ang design. Okay. So what next? After finding the skills, we have to look into the prerequisite content and the target content. Okay. Now, gaina skills man to, analyzing as a means of valuing. Now, this time, unsa ang mga nouns? Because the nouns here will serve as unsa ang topic nga i-analyze o kinsa ang atong i-value. So, when we look at the nouns here are literature and the people, other people. That's a noun phrase. Okay, so pasabot na ang topic is literature pero the skill that we have to achieve or do, ipahimo sa mga bata is analyzing. Okay, the analysis will pave the way for the valuing of other people. Okay, so I'd like to point out that we have to look into Bloom's taxonomy in here. One ang kinahanglan nato nga kabalutaan ni, I have stressed this in the during the prelims katong sa mga Bloom, the cognitive domain, especially because knowing what these are will guide us in the creation of our TOS. We would be able to identify unsa nga level ang ato ang ato ang tawag gani objective. Now, ang katong ganina, remember, ang katong ganina is analyzing. So if it is analyzing, what level is it? It is, of course, very obvious, the fourth level from the bottom. So we have remembering as level 1, level 2 is understanding, next applying, then analyzing, evaluating, and last is creating. Ang pinaka-top is creating. That is the most evident display, exhibition of the skill. Okay, from simple recall to an actual creation of something new out of what you know. The higher it is in this pyramid, the higher the order of the thinking skills are, and the lower it is lower order thinking skills. Okay, so I guess we don't need to explain this, no? Let's move forward to here. Okay, so here are some no, diba? If I'm sure I gave you this task to list down for your use, for your utility. List down some verbs which will be unto na, representative of the level. Like for example, under remembering, wherein you recall facts and basic concepts, some verbs that you could use in creating objectives are define, duplicate, list, memorize, repeat, and state. Okay. Now, for understanding, where you explain ideas or concepts, you classify. Mali ang spelling sa describe. It's supposed to be DE. Describe, discuss, explain, identify, locate, recognize, report, select, and translate. That's understanding. Sunod, third level, applying. This is where you use information in new situations. Okay, so the information will be applied. So, for an example, sample verbs. This would include execute, implement, solve, use, demonstrate, interpret, operate, schedule, and sketch. Okay, these are actual application. There is already this assumption that you know something about the topic. That is why you're able to apply it. Okay, i-apply ang imong nahibawan. Okay, next, level 4, analyze. You might be confused ganong letter S ang analyze diri. This is the British spelling. In the American spelling, it's letter Z. Either of the two is fine, pero we lean towards the American spelling with the letter Z on it. Just so happens, mora ni ang akong nakita online the picture. Okay, number 4, analyzing. This is where we draw connections among ideas. Okay, ato siyang i-break down ang one single whole into basic steps. Into smaller parts. This is what we do with the unpacking. When we unpack something, we break it down into smaller parts in order for us to make them achievable. When we achieve all these parts, then therefore we could achieve it as a whole. So what will be the possible verbs that we could use in our objectives? First, we could differentiate, we could organize, relate, compare, contrast, distinguish, examine, experiment. There's a lot of wrong spelling in this picture. Experiment, question, and test. Okay, those are verbs that you could use for objectives in the fourth level analyzing. Now, level 5, evaluate. When you evaluate, you justify a stand or a decision. From the broken parts after analysis, you combine them to create a single whole. That is evaluation. You appraise, you argue, you defend, you judge, select, support, value, critique, weigh. Okay, so I don't have to explain this one, pero in a nutshell, this is already providing your stand on certain questions like what do you believe in? Do you believe in democracy? Do you believe in having monarchy? Do you believe in parliamentary governments? You give a stand, and when you're able to justify it, then therefore that would mean that you have a complete and strong understanding of a certain concept. That's evaluation. And last, creating. You will be doing or producing something that is new or something that is original. So in order for you to do this, the verbs that you could apply in your lesson plan as part of your objectives is to design, assemble, construct, conjecture. Conjecture is to plan even, just a design. And then develop, formulate, author, or investigate. Okay, you create something new. You have now you may ask, what's the difference between applying and creating? Applying is just merely application of what you know, while creating is not just this specific topic, but there are some prior knowledge that you could have that is added into the picture. Like for example, kabalo kaugmat, pero na-imagine mo, pwede din nako siya isuksukan o kuan kanang like the pattern in grammar. So, you combine not just one knowledge, not just this topic that we're discussing. There are prior knowledge, you have prior experiences. You create something original. You create something that has not been thought of before. And that in itself is in the creating level, the highest tier. in Bloom's taxonomy. Sige. So, now, anong i-explain ako niya sa inyo? Because when we look at the competency, you have to identify first. Asa na siya nga level? Di ba na, what's the verb? It's analyze. Okay, analyze literature. Okay, when we analyze, of course, that will be in the fourth level. So in order for us, here's the tip that I could give you in order for you to unpack objective, the learning competency. Since this is in the analyze level, it is in here in the fourth one, ang inyong himon nga objectives that will be unpacking will be from analyze nga level pababa diri sa remembering. So you have how many objectives to create in order for you to achieve the analysis part. We have one for remembering, one for understanding, one for applying, and one for analysis. Nganong kinahanglan man na siya? Because of the tenet that atong discuss sa traditional assessment versus authentic assessment, you cannot achieve higher order thinking skills without mastering the lower order thinking skills. Mura ka ana og kung moambak ka mong analysis diretso is mura ta ana og ning ambak kapag humag kinder ni diretso taog high school or college. Okay? We have to go through elementary. We have to establish the facts, the names of the facts, the ideas or the concepts, their explanation, their application before you jump into analysis. So let us put that into action. How is it applied? So step 4. So you create learning objectives leading to the target skill. Mao ni akong giun kagaina. Target skill is analyzing. It's level 4. Then therefore, you create learning objectives from level 1. Okay, so level 1 remembering. So example based atong gain ng analyzing. So example objective. List down the different branches of literature. You're just listing down from memory. So it's just something you remembered. Now, what about understanding? So, possible objective is classify literary forms as to which branch they belong to. Okay, so classify. When you classify something, it means you have a prior understanding. Nakasabot na ka. Kasabot ka ani nga mga concepts, nga mga theories. Like for example, the sonnet example in English. Ang sonnet ba nga literary form, which literary branch does it belong to? Dili ka maka-classify if wala ka kabaluon sa ng sonnet, wala po ka kabaluon sa mga branches. Okay? So these understandings have to be touched, to be taken care of. Should be remembered, should be understood in order for you to do the classifying. That's level 2. Now, level 3, the applying, the application. Example, objective, interpret the message of the poem. Okay, interpret, when you interpret the message of the poem, this is already the application of what you know about literature, what you know about what names that you know about literature. Okay, and then let's say you know what a poem is. So you already know what a poem is. So therefore, you could understand a poem. You could interpret the message of the poem. That is an application. Next. How about in analyzing? Example, examine the themes and conflicts in a literary work to determine how literature promotes empathy, compassion, and appreciation for human differences. Okay, when you examine the themes, pasabot through the applying, you're able to identify the themes, not identify the name of conflict. You cannot identify the themes and the conflicts if you do not know what a theme is. You do not know what a conflict is. Tapos, level 2, you have to understand it, be able, and then applying, sa third level, applying, you cannot examine these themes if you have not applied the interpretation of the theme, like finding out what the theme is in a literary work, identifying the conflict that drives the plot forward, and then in accordance to the learning competencies, which looks into the valuing of other people, you determine as well how literature promotes empathy. Empathy is feeling towards other people, compassion, appreciation. All three are feeling for feelings, affection, the effect of someone for human differences. Okay, so we are able to achieve the learning competency by creating four sub-objectives. Duha ka ay upat ka objectives magtabang para ma-achieve ang inyuhang competency. I'd also like to point out that one learning competency should not and may not be achieved in just one day. So it could be 2 days, it could be 3 days, depende sa imuhang pacing. Remember, ang bago nga curriculum karon is OBE, outcome-based education. We wait for our students. If our students are not prepared for the next topic, then we wait for them. We reteach. We go back to the topic in order for them to be prepared for what comes next. Okay? Wala na question. So, if you have questions later on, pwede ra ninyo i-send sa atong group chat. Now, karon diri na mag ang inyong activity number 5? 5 na ba? Yes, I think it's activity number 5. So, activity number 5 is creating a TOS. So, 5 is creating a TOS. 6 is creating a test. So, maghimo mo og test out of the TOS nga inyong gihimo diri sa 5. So, duha ka book inyong activity that you have to submit by next week. And then ang katong TOS next week will be on Wednesday. And then sa Friday, tanan Friday before midnight sa Friday, that will be the deadline for the test. So the test should align with your TOS. So karon, saan na maghimo ang table of specifications. Let's begin first by defining what a table of specification is. So, TOS is a guide that teachers use before making a test so that the questions match, number one, the topics taught. Pareha ang imong questions sa kung unsa imong gitudlo. It is unfair for students to answer a set of tests nga wala nimo gi-discuss. Okay? So, second one, the time spent on each topic. The more complicated a topic is, usually it will be proportionate to the time that you allot in explaining or discussing the topic. Third is the level of thinking required. The higher it is in the tier, the more complex the skill is. Like for example, if it's in the remembering level, then it's so basic. Pwede nimo isabay sa imong understanding nga level. So it depends on you. So remembering, understanding, analyzing, all of these would dictate the number of items or weight niya dito sa imong test. So overall, the TOS helps make the test valid, balanced, and fair for the students. So here are what we need to know before creating a table of specifications. Mura siya prerequisites. First is, excuse me, you have to have a thorough understanding or knowledge of Bloom's revised taxonomy. Take note, revised taxonomy, the ones with the ing. Number two, the standard format in the form of a table in the making of a TOS. Dapat na amoy prescribed format. What I'm going to provide for you is similar lang ha because the TOS formats can change. Ang amoang format sa eskwelahan na to, dira sa Dorsu, is different from this one, but it still follows the same pattern. And third is knowledge of simple mathematical computation that will result to a proportional allocation of test items per topic. Okay? So, kabalo mo mag-solve og math. Di na to maiwasan. Di man ko math major. Wala ko'y labot because that's part of our job. We have to learn simple math. Okay? Di ta magbinugo. Kay kabalo man ta na. Dali ra man na siya. Sige. So, what are we going to do? Naatay ginatawag nga kanang suggested percentage allocation. Just take note, this is just suggested. Dili siya required. Pero if for as much as possible, if you can, you should do this. So, mas daghan ang imuhang lots, lower order thinking skills, levels 1, 2, 3 usually. So, mas daghan siya in preparation for your HATS na question. Okay, so pwede mo magpa-essay sa last as long as it does not exceed 30% of the overall number of items. So, pwede, this is just a suggestion ha. Basta ang ako ang maingon sa inyo is, dapat dili tanan hats o dili tanan lats ang inyong test. So, dapat na ay lower order thinking skills na apoy higher order thinking skills. Okay, for example, level 1, 30%, level 2, 20%, level 3, 20%. Overall, that's 70% of your test items, 1, 2, 3. Now, for the higher order thinking skills, ang masuggest is 10% each kung naakay items for this one. Again, this would be aligned with your learning competency. If your learning competency is only until analyzing, then of course, there is no pressure, no need for you to go up beyond analyzing. Pwede ra, mawala. Di siya required. Ang importante is you get to achieve the learning competency that is required. So, ang learning competency atong example gaina is in the analyzing level. So, therefore, you are not required to go beyond level 5 and level 6, but you can. Pwede ni mo himuon, pero it is up to you as a teacher. Ang dapat lang dyan maabot is level 4, analyzing. Sa katong ato ang competency nga example gaina. Okay? Sige. So here is a sample table of specification. This is the format that I will be requiring for you to submit. And I'd also like to thank Anthony for this as well because he was the one who provided this table of specifications. So here is the sample format. Let us look at the columns of the table. So we have the learning competencies and objectives for the first column. So usually this is where we put the learning competency, which contains the topic and the skills and the objectives. Second is the number of days. Pila ka adlaw ni magitudlo ng kuan kanang every objective. Pwede man gud nimo siya nga isa lang ka objective imuha karon nga 45 minutes. Remember in the new curriculum, 45 minutes lang ang class. So it's just 45 minutes. We do not count the number of minutes, but the number of days. Every 45 minutes will be comprising 1 day. Okay? So ano na to siya? So letter A, 45 minutes daw kunuhay ta sa 1A, 45 minutes sa 1B, and duha ka klase, duha ka adlaw nga kinlasihan for the achievement of the third competency. So of course, the more number of days it is, the more number of items it will be. So ano na siya? The number of days, this will be something that is beyond you. Bali mo dili ikaw ang magbuot ani, magbase ka pila ka adlaw nimo gi-discuss klase ning kaning nga mga objectives. If you're able to finish both A, B, and C, then pwede rin nimo siya isahon as 1 day lang ang A, B, and C. Only number of days, 1. Mao na siya. Like, you do not have, it is optional kung imo siyang himuon nga by objective siya or as a whole topic. Now, let us look at this one. This is mathematics, grade 3, if I'm not mistaken. Example sa learning competencies and objectives, measure mass in grams, kilograms, and or milligrams using appropriate measuring tools. So, unsa ang verb? It is measure. Okay, measure. And then using appropriate measuring tools sa condition provided. Measure is the behavior that is expected for students to achieve. Now, karon, how do you unpack this into kuan? I-unpack nimo ni siya kay para ma-achieve ang measuring nga level. So since measure here is in the applying level, pwede rin na nga naa siya sa level 3. So tulo ka objectives imong mo. We begin with level 1, which is remembering. Identify the units of mass and the measuring tools used for each. That is remembering. Understanding is explain the differences among grams, kilograms, and milligrams and when each unit is appropriately used in measuring mass. And then for the applying level, you actually apply what you know and what you remember. You use an appropriate measuring tool to determine the mass of given objects in grams, kilograms, or milligrams. So overall, 3 objectives for 1 competency. Kanang mga naka-number dira mo na ang competency. Ang A, B, and C, these are the objectives. Okay, the same goes here with number 2. For example, in here, estimate mass of an object using grams, kilograms, and or milligrams. So what is the required skill diri ang ma-achieve? It is estimate. Okay, what level is this? This is still in the applying level. You apply your knowledge of estimation and the use of the grams, kilograms, and or milligrams. Okay, let us try to unpack this into objectives. Objectives that are simple that could lead the students to achieve the required competency. So, example, recall the standard units of mass used in measuring objects. Unsa nga level? Level 1, remembering, simple recall. Letter B, explain when grams, kilograms, and milligrams are appropriately used in estimating the mass of different objects. Okay, so explaining something correctly. That is in the what level? The second level. You provide your own understanding. And third, you actually apply your knowledge of estimation and your knowledge of using the appropriate unit of measure. So that is applying the level gihapon. So estimating. Okay, so tulo-tulo ka objectives. Let's say let's say mag-quiz ka. Pag-quiz ka sa measuring mass and sa estimating mass. That will be the quantitative quiz. Now, you decided na kaning quiz nimo, let's say this is a summative quiz, summative test. And then you decided nga 30% day na siya. So you already put in here nga ang imong number of items is 30. So what you should aim for the weight, always this is constant and consistent. It should always be 100%. You adjust the results. And for the number of days, it is not something that you just guess. You look at pila ka adlaw jud nimo na siya gi-discuss. So here is just a sample for objectives A and B for both items. Gi one day nako siya. And then for objectives, duha ka objective nga C, I put it in here nga tag 2 days siya na before it was achieved. Okay? So overall, pila ang number of days? There are 4 days, upat ka 45 minutes for every learning competency. Duha ka learning competency that is tried to be achieved for the whole grading period, for the whole summative test. Therefore, overall, 8 days. It's around 1 week plus 3 days nga kinlasihan. Okay. So, what do we do next? We have to look for the weight. Ang kaning weight will dictate pila ka buok puhon ang imong number of items for this objective. So, how do we compute for the weight? So, this is the formula. The number of days allotted divided by the total number of days. Ang number of days allotted, pila ka days nimo na giklase na nga topic, nga objective, divided by the total number of days. Pila ka total number of days? 8 days. And then you multiply the answer by 100. So for example, 1 day man ang nadra. So 1 hour or 1 day, sorry, anong hour ako na? Sorry, it's supposed to be day. 1 day divided by 8 days equals, and then naman po isa nga 2 days. So 2 days divided by 8 days, pila man. Okay, so the answer will be 0.125 or I end 0.250. Okay, and we multiply it by 100. In other terms, like in mathematical computation, we just move the decimal place kanang after sa 0 point kanang point dira, move it two spaces towards the right. So, 2 decimal places. So, move 1, 2, name mo na siya og 12.5 and then affix the percent sign. So, it becomes 12.5 or 12.50%. I could suggest nga ang inyuhang number of decimal places after the point is duha. So in this case, 12.5 naman na siya, no? You affix another zero. So it's 12.50%. And then, kaning sa 0.250, 2 decimal places to the right, it will be 25.00%. Okay, so it will look like this one. Okay, so tanan nga mga letter A, tanan nga letter B, 12.50%. Tanan nga mga letter C is 25%. So, ingon ana siya. So, overall, ana, itotalan nimo silang tanan, that is 100%. Okay? So, 12.5 plus 12.5, 25 plus 25, 50. The same goes here as number 2, overall, 100%. Okay. Sige, so unsay sunod na to himon ana? We identified now the number of items. Now, you may ask, kinsa man nagbuot aning 30? Ikaw. It will depend on you. Gusto nimo na mag 100 items, walay problema. Basta kay sure ka nga attainable na and achievable within the time allotted for your class. So, if it's just a 45-minute period, kung magpa 100 items ka dira, depende man na sa mo may magbuot. Pero, ma-achieve ba na in the whole 45-minute period? You look at the smart. Okay, it is not. So therefore, 30 might be fine, might be better. So that's just my quad. So here is how it will look like. Here is what we're going to do next. So sunod na to himon is we multiply ang kanang 12.50% to the total number of items. This will be the formula. How to compute for the weight. So the weight in percent times the desired number of items. Now, karon 12.50% times 30. So this time, we convert the percent back to the decimal niyang format. We revert it. So, 2 decimal places to the left. So, ang 12.50%, it is now reverted into 0.125 or 1,250 times 30 and kanang 25.00% or 25%, 2 decimal places to the left, it will become 0.25 times 30. Okay? So, pila may answer ana? 0.125 times 30, that is around 3.75 if I'm not mistaken. Tanaw na lang ninyo. So, it's around 3.5, 3.75. Ano siya? Now, look at this result. Now, nga naman, nga wala diray mga point sa number of items. Because, wala man kay number of items nga, okay, tama ka diri pero 0.5 ra ni siyang item. No. You have to adjust it. Ikaw na'y bahala asa imuhang mas bugatan nga number of items. Like, for example, look at letter 1A. Kana sa 1A. Di ba, 12.5% ang A and ang B. Pero, since the result for me is, let's say, trip lang nako or mas importante sa ako ang ma-identify nilang units of mass, then therefore, I put there 4 number of items. Kay sila man duha, 12.5. So, both are 3.75 each. Pero, we adjust it nga dapat whole number silang tanan. So, it's 4 for letter A, and then 3 lang sa letter B. Kay both A and B should have overall a 7 number of items. 7 kabok ang number of items. Okay? And then, 25% of 30 is pila man? 7.5. So, we change it into, we estimate it to round it off to the nearest whole number. Pwede ra na 7, pwede ra po na siya 8. Depende rin na sa imong balanse-balanse. So, it's 7.5. It's up to you as long as ang overall number of items unya sa imong pag-adjust is 30. You do not, you could either subtract one item or add one item as long as you adjust it somewhere else within the same learning competency. Okay, so overall, that's the total number of items. And that will now dictate pila ka book ang imong items for under each cognitive domain. Okay? Kung unsa pod ang imong objectives, dira pod mag-fall under ang imong test item. So, for example, letter A. Ang imong letter A kay remembering man na, identifying, recalling, that is remembering nga level. So, pwede ra nga imong, let's say, 1 to 4 ang letter A is 1 to 4. This is how it will look like. Okay, ingon ana na siya sa bag-o nimo nga ay sa imong final paper. You align it with your tawag ini, your objectives, ang number of items. Okay, so kung ang letter A 1 to 4 because it requires 4 items. Then 5 to 7 imong B and then 8 to 15 ang imong C. Sunod sa test 2, or another set of items 16 to 18 and then 19 to 22, 23 to 30 and then you add kanan pila ka book ang 1 to 4 and 16 to 18 under remembering. That's 7. Sa understanding na pod 5 to 7 and 19 to 22, that's another 7 items. And last 8 to 15 and 23 to 30, that's 16. Overall 16 plus 7 plus 7 equals 30. Okay, so 30 imong total number of items. By the way, pwede rin na siya nga trip nimo no nga mag-ambak-ambak kag learning competencies. Pwede ra jud na siya nga dili magsunod. Let's say imong number 1 kay nasa learning competency 1. Number 2 hangtod 4 nasa estimating mass. Pwede rin na mag-ambak-ambak basta it does not exceed ang number of items nga gi-require sa imong item ang gi-require sa imong objectives. Gi-require through the TOS. So, 1A, upat lang man iyang number of items, so upat ra gyud na. Di na siya pwede malima, di siya pwede maunom. It should always be 4 because that is the result of your TOS. Okay? So, ingon ana lang siya. That is how easy it is. So, I'll be expecting that you would be able to submit both your TOS and your sample test by next week. Kung unsa inyong major, you look for it in the katong i-upload na ko nga kuan. I have a separate topic unsa na kanang section sa tong Google Classroom wherein you could find the MELCs. Okay? Sige. Okay. If you're PE, then pwede mo, if you're BPED, grades 1 to grade 12, as long as it is within the MAPE. Okay, MAPE or unsa ba na sa elementary MSEP. Is that it? Kalimot naman ko ano eh. And then, for the BSED, the BS NED and the BEd, you could only have grades 1 to 6. It is your prerogative. So, kamo na'y bahala pila ka learning competencies ang inyong piliun, pero I will require you to only have 30 lang ka items sa inyong test. Okay, pwede ra duha, pwede ra tulo ka learning competencies. Just make sure nga inyong napili will be looking into the proper way of unpacking objectives. Kung pila ka objectives imong i-require, kung nga gi-require sa imong kuan, then therefore that should also reflect with the number of items for your test. Okay? Sige. That would be all, everyone. I hope it is clear and good luck. Happy Holy Week. If you have finished watching until this point, comment below triangle. Bye.